The Propel IROC Series does something different for race number 6. We head to Ohio at the Eldora Speedway. We're going dirt track racing in the IROC Series, race number 6 of the season. Colucci, the 42, has won the pole for tonight's dirt race. Outside second, the 36 car of Griffin Lynn. In third place is Levi Schoen's. Fourth is Jonathan Buford. Ranking out the top 5, Luke Ray in the 2 car. Sixth place is TJ Hanley, comes in as a points leader, a great points gap over second in points. In 7th is Dan McDowell, 8th for Jeff Wright. In 9th it's Trey Rainey, and in 10th Jay Jefferson comes in second in the points and ranking out the field in 11th position, the 51 car of Mathis Wells. There's our 11 car field for the Propel IROC Series at Eldora. Let's go on track and fire these IROC cars up for dirt racing.
I can't hear you! Drivers! Start your engines!
All 11 cars rolling out the starting grid. These IROC drivers are ready to go dirt track racing in Eldora. 40 laps seems like a long time, but here at Eldora, it's not very long. It's a half-mile long. They can fly around this racetrack. It'll be over in an instant. Pace car in, dirt racing in Eldora, and the IROC Series is underway. Colucci out in front, pulls away from the pole position, and leads lap 1 over Levi Schoen's. They look 3 wide back behind them. Car's going to try these different lines early on, see which lane is the best for their car, for their driver. Schoen's looking on Luigi through 3 and 4, getting a nice run to the back of the 4H as they come off turn 4. He's there in the back of Luigi, who leads the second lap. But Schoen's looking to the inside through 1 and 2. The 2 blue cars coming behind Luke Ray and McDowell, but here comes Levi Schoen's looking low into turn 3, drives to the bottom of the racetrack. Luigi goes really wide as they come off turn 4. Levi Schoen's leads lap 3, first lead change of the night. And McDowell inside, he'll get to third over Luke Ray, and could be second because Colucci goes up the racetrack. Back behind them, 3 and 4 wide action. That's 4 different lanes running right there. As the front 4 pulled away, the 5th on back is a huge bow. Right there, 5th place TJ Hanley, 6th place Jay Jefferson. They come in first and second in the points. Colucci falling back on the outside. Levi Schoen's leads. Here's the battle for 5th. Jay Jefferson jumping inside. TJ Hanley side by side down the back. Jefferson with the inside will get 5th. Hanley back to 6th. And into the wall. He'll go wide. He wants the outside lane, but Griffin Lynn's going to jump inside the 36. Side by side for P6. Here's the battle for 2nd. Luke Rennie jumps inside by McDowell, gets that spot, but now he's on Levi Schoen's. But loose down low for the 2 car. McDowell off the top side, back around, but the 2 fight back down to the inside. What a great catch by Luke Ray there. Great save on the driver of the 2 car. He'll be out side by side for a second. He'll get right back over at McDowell. So Luke Rennie got sideways, but corrects the car and gets back up to P2. Now in hot pursuit again to Levi Schoen's. Just think, a lap ago, he was sideways, almost crashed off turn 4, and he got right back in the gas and kept going. Showing no fear. Back behind them, jumping inside Griffin Lynn for 5th on Jay Jefferson. Jay goes wide, and Lynn's going to get to P5. And for the lead, Luke Rainey, almost a slide job type move on Levi Schoen's back to the front. So Luke Rainey to the front in an IROC at Eldora, but here comes McDowell charging on 3 and 4. He's there to the inside of Luke. The 2 goes wide at the line. He led, but McDowell's going to get it in turn 1. McDowell back to the front. These front 4 bound, look at that for 5th. Griffin Lynn goes way wide. Jeff Wright digging on the bottom of the racetrack. Can't put the power down corner exit, but he drives into the corner hard. Jeff to the inside, Griffin as they come off turn 4. They're still side by side for P5. And Schoen's again, Luke Ray bump up the racetrack for P3. Jeff Wright, Griffin goes side by side for P5. Jeff takes on the inside lane. Schoen's gets the 3rd over Luke Rainey as McDowell pulls away in the top spot. Colucci from the pole in the first 2 laps fell back, but now back up to 2nd. He's going to try and run McDowell down. In 3rd place, Levi Schoen's got out front. Was pretty dominant just a few laps to go. Schoen's to the inside of Colucci for P2. The 42 got the wall. Here comes Schoen's to the inside turn 1. There to the inside of the 42. Side by side for P2. McDowell pulling away because they are side by side. Schoen's gets 2nd. Luigi now trying to hold on for 3rd, but Luke Rennie is down there in the 2 car. Side by side down the back. Luke Rainey, that blue number 2, gets to 3rd. Luigi might fall back outside the top 5 because here comes Jeff Brent in the 5 car. Runs 5th, looks for 4th. He'll get to 4th, it looks like. Schoen's got the wall. Luke Rainey will get up to 2nd. Jeff Bright by Coluigi. He'll get by Levi Schultz as well, it looks like. Jeff Bright now up to third in the 5 car. The Reds are coming. Coluigi, Jonathan Beeford, Griffin Lynn. They ride 5th, 6th, and 7th. Look at Jeff Bright flying through the fields on the back of Luke Rainey as Emmett Dell's pulled away to a nice gap. He's over 1 second ahead of Luke Rainey. Jeff Bright, though, might be able to cut into that gap because that 5 is flying through the field. That green number 5 car, he's up to 2nd. But the gap up to the 16, 1.26 seconds. For 3rd, the 2 got tight. Levi Schultz got to his back bumper. Beeford looks even lower. 3 different lanes running and a battle for P3. Look at Schultz through the middle with a great launch right there, but Beeford drives it hard to the bottom. Jonathan Beeford for 4th. Trying to get to Luke Rain for 3rd. Driving low. Maybe giving the 2 a bump up the racetrack. Jonathan Beeford in the 15. Up to 3rd. And these cars coming forward late, but the gap up to the 16 over 1.5 seconds. It would take a miracle for anyone to run that 16 down at this point. He's pulled away. Griffin Lynn moving forward. Here comes Matthew Swells. Haven't talked about him all night long, but he's come to the front. How about the 2 that come in as the points leaders? Jay Jefferson comes in 2nd in points. He rides in 9th. TJ Hanley rides back in 10th. He came in as the points leader. Trey Rain back in 11th. It's a miserable season for him. Some great battles back here as Matthew Swells going to move around Levi Schultz. Luigi by Griffin Lynn. So now Wells to the top 5. Luigi to 6th. Luke Ray back to 4th as Jeff Bright rides in 2nd. Buford in 3rd. The gap to the 16, 1 3/4 seconds. Yeah, we're halfway done, more than halfway done with this race. For Adam McDowell, he's on cruise control right now. He doesn't have to push it hard at all. I mean, he has just about 18 to go at the start-finish line, and he'll win this race. I mean, that 16 is outstanding at the front right now, and he really has no pressure from behind. That's why he's pulled away. And they keep on for 2nd behind, which really doesn't help them, as they're pressuring each other, not really allowing each other to get into a rhythm. Right there, you can see Luke Rain to the inside, Jonathan Beeford for the spot, but Luke couldn't get there. And right here is Adam McDowell across the start-finish line. That's 23 laps complete. Later on tonight, the Pennzoil Truck Series race is going to be 23 laps. However, they're only running 23 laps, and the IROCs run 40 because the Pennzoil Truck Series think you have 4 heat races, 10 laps apiece, and they have the last chance qualifier. It's another 10 laps. And they have the main event 23 laps. So that's 50 plus 23. That's 73 laps that these Pennzoil Truck Series drivers are going to be running. And then you look and you see Adam McDowell and the rest of these IROC drivers, they're going to be running 40 laps here. So the Eldora fans, the fans who came out and packed the stands full here at Eldora to see some dirt racing, they're getting their money's worth here today. 40 laps of IROC action, 73 laps of Pennzoil Truck Series action, over 100 laps of action around this Eldora Speedway here today. And later on tonight will be the Pennzoil Truck Series at Eldora. 4 heat races, the last chance qualifier, and the main event's going to be a crazy one for sure. Jonathan Beeford's pulled away in 2nd, actually cuts that lead of Adam McDowell because he has no pressure from behind. It's down under 1.5 seconds. Coluigi is 2 seconds back in 3rd. Jeff Wright moves back to 4th as Luke Rain falls back to 5th. Then you have Jay Jefferson up to 6th, so he will gain points on TJ Hanley for sure. Griffin Lynn in 7th, Levi Schultz in 8th. 9th is Bath as well as TJ Hanley all the way back in 10th, and Trey Ray just riding around in 11th. Those 2 are having miserable nights so far. You can't really catch Adam McDowell. McDowell's going to need to make some sort of mistake, like get into the wall right here off turn 4, which he just did right there, actually. And he got the wall hard, and then he's going to go wide through 1 and 2, so right there, that's a good chance for Jonathan Beeford to gain some ground back. Yeah, but the gap up to the 60, I mean, he's got to do that multiple times for Beeford to close him. It was the 2.5 last time, but I'll see how much he gained because of the 16 getting into the wall. So McDowell lost a half a second, so if that happened 1-2 more times, it would be a race. But they're coming around to 10 to go. There's not much time left for that to happen. We're going back to 4th over Jeff Bright. Jay Jefferson looking for the top 5 in the 78 car. So Adam McDowell leads with 10 laps remaining. And Eldora, a 2nd gap back to Jonathan Beeford, who rides in 2nd. A 2.5 back to Coluigi in 3rd. And almost 2 seconds back to Luke Rainey in 4th. McDowell has to make sure it doesn't get into the wall off turn 4. If he could just ride it clean for 9 laps, he's going to be winner on the dirt to Eldora. He opened the gap back up to 1.1 seconds. Here's the battle for 3rd. Coluigi has it. Luke Rain closing on the back as they go through 3 and 4. 4-2 slips up the racetrack. Luke Rain jumps to the inside. Side by side for P3. Luke Rain takes the podium. Jeff Wright for 4th. I think Jeff Wright's going to look for 3rd as well. Down the back of the race. 7 to go at the start-finish line. The battle is on for P3. The battle is on for the top 5. Jay Jefferson looking for more points. He'll get by Coluigi to move to 5th. For 3rd, Jeff Wright trying to close it on Luke Rainey. I think Jonathan Beefort's happy he got away from those two because they're bound hard. Jeff Bright to the inside of the 2 car. Side by side off turn 4. Luke on the outside, Jeff on the inside. Jeff takes third with 6 to go. 1.2 seconds up to the 16 of Adam McDowell for Jonathan Beefort. He would need some sort of miracle to happen for him to have a shot at the win. And McDowell's just running clean. That's 5 to go on yellow flag now, would end the race. Jeff Bright to P3. Luke Rennie to 4th. Cole Luigi back to the inside to get 5th back from Jay Jefferson. He falls back on the outside, back to 6th. Griffin Lynn to 7th again by Levi Schultz and falls back to 8th. Wells now 9th. Hanley 10th. Trey Rennie in 11th. Lynn tight underneath the 78. Couldn't get the power down. Jefferson keeps 6th for now. Adam McDowell coming around to see 3 laps left in the IROC Series at Eldora. He's dominated here tonight. Looks like it's going to be a victory for the driver of the 16. 3 laps remain. 1.5 seconds back to the 15 of Jonathan Beeford, who rides in 2nd. Battles on for 5th again. Luigi on the outside, Jefferson on the inside. Those are valuable points for Jay Jefferson. Trying to close in on TJ Hanley. To the inside of Cole Luigi. He'll get by him again. 2 laps remain. A mile left in Eldora. Jefferson gets to 5th. The front 4 spots pretty well sewed up. McDowell's going to win the race. Beeford going to be 2nd. Jeff Bright 3rd. Luke Rain 4th. The battles are for 5th. Jay Jefferson pulls away from Cole Luigi and Griffin Lynn. White flag for Adam McDowell. Last lap in the Propel IROC Series. As he comes off 2 and down the backstretch. Dominant day for the 16th Adam McDowell. He'll get max points as he leads the most laps and gets the victory lane. Adam McDowell wins in Eldora. Buford, Jeff, and the others come across. Jay Jefferson does get the top 5. Hanley almost got Matthews Wells for 9th, but the night belongs to Adam McDowell as he dominates and wins the Propel IROC Series at Eldora. Let's go see the finishing results. Here's how they finished in the Propel IROC Series at Eldora. No caution flags and 3 lead changes among 4 different drivers as McDowell dominated here tonight. 31 of 40 laps led. Victory lane for the driver of the 16. He won by a second and a half over Jonathan Beeford, who winds up in 2nd. Jeff Bright 3rd, Luke Rennie 4th, and Jay Jefferson gets some good points. He ends up in 5th. Cole Luigi from the pole ends up in 6th, 7th for Griffin Lynn, 8th for Levi Schultz, Matthews Wells 9th. TJ Hanley runs out the top 10. Dismal day for the 23. Hanley obviously not a fan of racing on the dirt here tonight. And Trey Rennie in 11th. It's been a miserable season for the driver of the 18. It just compounded here tonight with an 11th place finish, and he was 2.5 seconds behind TJ Hanley, who ended up in 10th. So for Trey, it was just not good at all. Let's now go see the point standings. 6 races into the season, here's how the points look. So you see TJ Hanley came in with a 32-point gap. That gap goes down to 11 points now for Jay Jefferson as Jefferson got a top 5. TJ Hanley barely hung on for a top 10. Jefferson only 11 points back in 2nd. Griffin Lynn 21 back in 3rd. 4th place is Levi Schultz. Jonathan Beeford in 5th. Cole Luigi now 6th. Adam McDowell 7th. Matthews Wells in 8th. 9th for Luke Rainey. Jeff Bright running on the top 10. Trey Rainey's been a miserable season. He hasn't scored top 5. He's in 11th. I think his championship chances are well over. And of course, Derek Bouchard down in 12th. But if you look at TJ Hanley's points lead, we mentioned 32 points coming into the night. That's what his points lead was. He leaves with an 11-point gap, and he has 32 points over Cole Luigi in 6th. So the gap from 1st to 2nd was 32 points. Now the gap from 1st to 6th is 32 points because TJ had such a bad night, and drivers like Buford ended up in 2nd. He had Cole Luigi end up in 6th. Jay Jefferson in 5th. So some of these drivers really closed in greatly onto TJ Hanley's points lead. We'll see if they can try and close in and get by. As Hanley has dominated this season. Driver with the most top 5 this season goes to TJ. He has 4. Of course, the top 6 in points have 6 top 10s, along with Matthews Wells and Luke Rainey. So we'll see who can continue the trend of being inside the top 10 every race. As we go to race number 7 of the season, we're going to Iowa, the Propel IROC Series at the Iowa Speedway. I will see you guys then.